Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Popcorn and Coffee Table Talk. I'm your host, Jesse. To my right, straight ahead of me, Jay, how are you?
Good.
I'm going to keep saying that because I like it.
Okay.
Colin on the desk, how are you?
I'm
Desk?
doing all right.
Doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're here. We're back at it. This is the first time, I think, in the history of the show where I think the word grind is applicable. Like, we're grinding now. Trying to knock some of these episodes out coming into the holidays and things.
Yeah.
Anything happened this week? Interesting?
I turned 30.
Well, that happened.
I
Happy
feel
birthday.
it. I feel it.
Yep.
I feel it.
It affects your back differently.
Yes.
What
Yes.
about you?
Anything going on this week? Nothing
Yeah.
really. Just fixed the internet finally.
Right.
Other than that, nothing much. Just
Yeah, I got nothing either.
chaos work, and
No
the
kidding.
month is just blinking
I
by.
know. That's a down way to. We're not very excited today.
Yeah,
We gotta
why
get pumped.
does October seem like it goes by so fast?
Go?
I don't know.
Literally the fastest month of the year.
It's probably witchcraft.
It could be. Yep. That's it.
Expelliarmus, and the month is gone. Making light of that. Anyways,
Oh, you want me to start?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So coming into the holiday season here in the next couple month and a half, we're gonna be around Christmas, Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just saw an announcement and kind of a little teaser trailer. Christmas Story sequel starring the original Ralphie, Peter Billingsley, is coming November 17th, coming out.
Is it a Disney Plus thing, or is it going straight to some streaming service?
I think it's going to some streaming service. I can't remember. I forgot to check it out. I think it was Prime, maybe.
Oh,
it might be
that
a
makes
Prime
sense.
service.
That makes sense.
I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it was just like a little teaser. I thought it was interesting. I'm like, I don't know why. When that movie came out, what, in the 80s?
Was it
Oh,
that
it
early?
wasn't the 90s.
Early 90s?
No,
Mm.
it wasn't the 90s at all. That movie was out maybe the 70s, late 70s. Colin's gonna look it up for
I
us.
mean, hey,
With his new fancy Wi-Fi route.
I never liked that movie. I've never been a
Oh,
Christmas Story fan.
I
so-
loved A Christmas Story. I think it's a great movie, but yeah, I just don't know like why 1983.
83. There you go.
Oh, it's coming out around the same time. That's crazy. The sequel.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where they're gonna go with it because at this point he was 11 in that movie, 10
Yeah.
or 11.
Mm-hmm.
So
now he's in his
83, 93, 2003.
50s?
He'd be in his 50s, yeah.
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 His 50s.
So he's gonna have like grandkids, like buy
Probably.
his grandkid a Red Ryder BB gun or whatever the kids are getting these days. He's probably gonna go out.
Nerf rocket.
Yeah,
Surely it's about Peter Billingsley, though, still.
he's probably gonna go out and try to find a gun for his grandson, and he's not gonna be able to find it. He's gonna go to Dick's and all these other sporting goods stores.
You
and-
can't buy guns at Dick's.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's gonna be the whole thing. It's gonna be like, no, you can't give your kids toy guns.
Oh,
That
maybe.
that causes violence.
I know you guys grew up watching it.
It's going to be, what, a woke version?
Yeah.
It'd be terrible.
Well, it's going to be woke in the sense that the culture is, and he's going to want to get one. Like it's going to be like a,
So the whole premise is just find a gun.
yeah.
Find a gun, and it's called Xmas Story.
It'd be awful.
Yeah, so I don't know I don't know how that's going to be, but I'll watch it because I did like the original.
He's
so.
not doing anything.
Oh, I don't think he's done anything since the original Christmas Story.
Oh, he's done a lot of stuff.
Oh, has
but
he?
nothing
Okay.
interesting. Yeah, he was in Iron Man.
Was he really?
Yeah. He was in Spider-Man No Way Home. He had a big role to play in Spider-Man No Way Home. Because he was Mysterio's the guy in the chair.
Oh, yeah.
He's been in a bunch of stuff, but
I just
he
don't
doesn't
recognize
lead
him as an
anything.
adult because
He just doesn't lead anything anymore. So
they got to bring back Scott Farkus, though. Like, and just have him beat him up like a. Have Scott Farkus come back, be some woke liberal, and then Peter Billingsley just beat him up.
everyone be woke in the movie.
Yeah, everybody but Ralphie is woke. Even Ralphie's brother's woke. It's just a
Get woke, go broke. I can't even say it.
what?
Get
Whoa.
woke, go broke.
Get woke or go broke? Is that what you're saying?
Get woke, go broke.
That's what they say these days.
That's what does it mean though? if you go woke, you're gonna go broke. I.e.,
Yeah.
nobody's watching the stuff that you're making
Yeah,
if it's a woke thing.
exactly.
But everything's woke.
Well, not everything.
Almost everything.
Not that new uh Jack Ryan trailer. That
That's
ain't
definitely
woke.
not woke. That's anti-woke. That's still asleep.
Yeah.
So dumb.
That's a sleeper. That's a sleeper series. Jack Ryan season 3. You watched the trailer for it?
Yeah, looks good. I thoroughly enjoyed the first 2 seasons of
Really?
it. John Krasinski is just phenomenal.
I don't know why I've never really gotten into the Jack Ryan story. And I've seen most of the movies, and I think I watched the first season, didn't watch the second. There's just something not interesting about the Jack Ryan. Like, oh, I'm a office guy, but now I'm a killer. I don't know. I take that back.
That's hard though. Like even if you don't understand this Jack Ryan story though, like John Krasinski in that role and just playing that, like just I don't know, it's just something.
Yeah.
He's just fun to watch.
I like Clear and Present Danger,
yeah,
Patriot Games.
yeah. Air Force One.
That's not
I
Jack
know
Ryan.
it's not. It came out around the same time.
Anyways, Jack Ryan. Thought I was gonna burp. Okay. Did you watch the Santa Clauses
Yes, I did.
trailer?
I did. That looks fun. It looks like it's gonna be fun.
It looks like it harkens back to that first. It feels like a movie that should have come out right after the second one.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of the direction they went with the third one.
like they should have already so then that series should have come out. They should have already had the kids
Yes.
and like they were
Yes.
already older. Yeah, I
And
think
now
so.
he wants to stop being Santa.
Yeah, I would agree. But it is going to be fun. I think it's probably going to it looks like it's kind of just going to bypass that third movie and say it didn't happen. Because,
To some extent.
to some extent, it has to because
It
she
had
was
to have
pregnant.
happened, yeah. They have 2 kids, though. it seems
They have
like.
2, yeah. I see they brought Bernard Barabbas back.
Oh, yeah. They brought back James Cromwell to
Yeah.
play his role, which
Yeah.
is hilarious.
Yeah.
He was lacking from the third movie. He
Yes.
should have been in that third movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything about it looked entertaining. though.
Yeah, I will say they didn't. I noticed they didn't show who he hired for the new Santa.
I noticed that as well.
That was really cool.
He said, the guy I hired sucks. I
Yeah.
don't remember what he said.
He said I made the wrong decision.
I made the wrong choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, who is it?
Yeah.
I hope it's Martin Short.
No. Get rid of the Jack Frost storyline.
Who could it be? Any predictions? That comes out soon.
Yeah.
Second week in November?
No, it comes out after Thanksgiving.
Okay. It's still in November, but
Yeah.
it's
after,
not in
yeah.
December.
Who else has he played with? Like, what's another Chevy Chase? Maybe
No. He's up there in age.
that's true. It would have to be a younger guy.
It'd have to be at least someone similar in age
Well,
or younger.
he's old.
Tim Allen.
Yeah, like they're all him and Martin Short and Chevy Chase are all up there.
Who
I would
could
say
it
it'd be a younger.
Chris Pratt.
No.
Sigourney Weaver. Just,
It's got to be somebody from his generation, though. Surely.
I bet you they hire a young kid. It's going to be a young kid.
Like, what was the actor who played his opposite in Home Improvement? Like that guy.
Okay, him.
Or it's Jonathan Taylor
Al
Thomas.
Borland.
It's Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
That would be cool.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be great. I would love that.
That would be so funny.
Except he'd be like evil because obviously he's doing stuff that's wrong.
That's
so
fine. He can
yeah.
be evil. Hashtag not my Simba.
He is our Simba though.
Not if he's a mean Santa.
What are we doing?
I like Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. He hasn't been anything in a while.
He was in the show, wasn't he? He was in the Tim Allen, the
Last
show
Man
where he's
Standing?
got, yeah.
I think he had a cameo in it. A lot of people
Couple,
from
yeah.
that had a cameo. His wife in Home Improvement had a cameo in that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that show was great. Like that might be one of the greatest sitcoms on TV in the last
Last Man Standing.
in the last 10, 15 years.
The Santa Claus's show looked different than most of the Disney Plus
Yeah.
shows. It didn't have like a weird gloss to it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the shows, especially like if I watch a trailer for the Mighty Ducks or some of those, I was like, okay, this looks like you're trying really, really hard.
Yeah.
And it just is like a fake version of the thing that I like. Whereas this series, it looks super endearing and like
Mhm.
everybody's just happy to be back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I did notice the reindeer looked a little over CGI'd,
Oh,
like worse than even the movies
that's
did.
the one thing that I've hated about all of
I
those
don't know,
movies the whole time. Anyway,
except for the first one. The first one
yeah,
looked decent.
animatronic,
Yeah,
mumbling reindeer.
that started in the second
Just
one.
make them talk or don't make them do anything.
Yeah.
But that being said, it is what it is. Ant-Man Quantumanium.
I didn't get a chance to watch that one yet, the trailer for it, but
You want me to spoil it for you?
yeah, go for
There's
it.
something really weird about it. First of all, so his daughter Cassie's plays a much larger role in this movie.
Uh-huh.
They recast her from the chick that was in Endgame, which is weird.
Okay.
Because she was a adult in
Yeah.
that movie, and then they immediately recast her with someone else. But they go back into the quantum realm, and
Him and his daughter?
I think all of them, even Hank and his wife. So
one big
Michelle
happy
Pfeiffer.
quantum family.
And it's weird because the other movies always set it up like it was just this desolate, weird place,
Right.
you know? But in the trailer, there's like people down there. There's like civilizations in the quantum
So the quantum realm is below us?
Well, yeah, it's a sub. No, it's like it's everywhere, but it's shrink.
You
Shrink it
said down there, so I was just...
I don't mean down. I don't mean it's not like the core of the earth.
Oh, okay.
It's just you shrink down so small, you enter a different pocket dimension.
That's crazy.
But there's like people in there, and it looked very much like Thor Ragnarok, Sakaar.
It's like a Horton Hears a Who type thing?
Yeah, pretty much. And I watched it. I'm like, this just looks like Ragnarok to me. So I don't know how I feel about it.
I mean, I like Ragnarok, so...
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm just saying.
Stylistically, it's just too weird for you. Visually, or
I
do
mean,
you think they're going to gear it in that style of movie?
I just hope it's not just a useless retread of Ragnarok. If it's the same story, just with different characters, I don't want to see that. Do something different. But obviously, you did see Jonathan Majors as Kang.
Yeah.
So, which is the introduction of
Right.
his character. One of the Avengers movies is Kang Dynasty. So he's the new Thanos.
So
essentially.
Kang comes from the quantum realm?
I don't believe so. Maybe this version does. But Loki, he was introduced in Loki. Kang was.
Right.
So he's from everywhere.
So how is he in the quantum realm then?
I don't know how he got in there.
He like become the mayor of Whoville?
Hopefully he tells us. It's whatever. I don't care. He's supposed to be a descendant of Reed Richards. Kang the Conqueror is a descendant of Reed and Sue Storm. Reed Richards, Sue Storm.
Okay.
In the comics. Isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But like 3,000 year descendant, not like twice removed. I'm your grandson. No, like way in the future.
Daddy.
So you think they're just going to put that in there and make that part of the
Probably not.
lore?
Probably not.
Because they've introduced Fantastic Four people, so I mean they could if they wanted to.
But Kang's not from the main universe, right? He's from
neither
a different...
neither were they.
The Fantastic Four?
There is a Kang and there is a Sue and Reed Richards in universe. Just everyone we've seen so far isn't from our universe. But there is one.
So is this Kang going to be from our universe, or is he going to be from a different universe?
No idea.
Well, I can't wait to find out.
Nice. And I can't wait for Miss Marvel to come into the movies too. I want to see her get in there. Like,
Yeah. You ready for that? That's going to be a woke movie. You want to talk about woke movies? The Marvels is going to be a pretty woke movie.
Probably, but I don't know.
We'll find out. I have zero faith post Thor Love and Thunder. They've really got to redeem me at this point because they've broken my trust.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Just with Thor Love and Thunder? I mean, there's multiples.
Well, I mean, that was the one that broke it, though. That was the one that was like, all the other ones were like, okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. And then Thor Love and Thunder, they just...
Mostly it was the series that were bombing, but the movies were the mainstay. Now the movies are in the pit with the shows.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what Black Panther does in
that is
2
going to
weeks.
be the real tell. If Black Panther falls, then it's all hope is lost.
Yep. Black Panther is the chosen one, supposed to bring balance back to the MCU.
Bombay. Yeah. If that movie tanks, I'm not going to be pleasant to watch on the next episode after that because I'll be mad. I'm just going to be just a sad sack, a sad sack because that movie, Chadwick is gone and not he quit acting. He's gone. This is the movie that you have to give him a good send off. And if you cover that with woke trash, I'm going to be so sad.
Yeah, that's really hopefully how they looked at it is what they put in is either respect or disrespect to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because that man lived a life that was characteristically above and beyond what most actors do. And for the audience who doesn't know, he made Black Panther 1 and he did a few other movies and didn't tell anybody he had cancer and then passed away. Literally didn't tell anybody except close family. Mm-hmm. So nobody was expecting it, but he did it because he was a man of outstanding character who didn't want to make it all about himself.
Yeah. He knew that would draw a lot of attention. Yes. Yeah. What are the chances you think we see a nod to George Floyd in this film?
I hope that there's nothing even remotely close to that in there.
I'm thinking at least a little like news clip or something. It's going to be like George Floyd died and then Black Panther died and then like it's going to...
You think so?
I think so, yeah. I bet we see it.
Why?
Go woke. We got to go woke.
But how long has it been though?
It's been 2 years.
Yeah, like find some recent thing and jump on that. If you're going to throw some crap in there, don't go way back.
I am going to be so sad.
I mean, I agree. I'm just saying I think they're going to do it. I could see it. It's low-hanging fruit.
Surely they're above that, though.
No, they're not. Have you watched She-Hulk?
I did.
Okay.
Well, there wasn't much of that stuff in the first one.
No.
It's done by the same guy, isn't it?
Yeah, Ryan Coogler came back.
Then has he done a lot of that stuff and other stuff he's done?
No, not really. I mean, he did the first Creed movie. He was a producer and part of a writer on Creed 2. He's a good director.
I agree. I think he is. Director. But
I feel like he won't.
But I feel like it's Marvel, not.
Yeah.
But does he have any sway over it because of the success of...
What do you think he would care enough, though? I mean, just because you're a good director doesn't mean when somebody comes to you and says, hey, we need to put this in here.
But at the same time, he worked directly with the guy for the whole movie, and everybody was very close to him. I feel like he would be more leaning towards respect the guy than to crap all over him for a few bucks from Marvel.
We will find out in 2 weeks.
We'll see where his loyalties lie.
Yes, we will.
The almighty dollar, or if it's...
It looks incredible. Integrity. Visually, it looks outstanding. Yep. But it's all about that story.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? And you're getting the introduction of Ironheart, who is the female Iron Man. It's definitely going to be very female-centric. That doesn't bother me in the slightest if the story's good. Mm-hmm. But you're already starting off from a place of like, as soon as somebody makes a comment, well, I'm going to do it better than the guys ever did anyway. Ugh, just stop. Die, movie, die.
Yeah. Yeah, that first one was kind of heavy female-centric anyway.
Oh, it was,
just
for sure.
That's how that whole cast is built and their whole society.
And he was surrounded by strong female characters.
So I don't feel like that's going to even be much of a noticeable shift.
As long as they're not just on the nose dialogue of, I'm a woman, you're a man, you suck, I'm better. That's what I'm talking about.
If they She-Hulk it, it will fall.
Yes. She-Hulk it.
It's going to be a thing now.
The verb. That's the verb that we're using here.
Yeah.
A lot of people like She-Hulk, unfortunately.
Not me.
I did see an article that they're finding the writers currently for a Vision series.
Why?
And the whole thing's supposed to like revolve around him trying to find himself. Well, you remember the end of WandaVision? Like, Vision's dead. She conjured up another one.
Yeah.
And he didn't remember who he was. He was white. He's White Vision now.
So what? He's like going to go to college and... discover himself.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's
He's
just going
gonna
to be
go to a Buddhist temple. And
He's going to put on that headset that Tony Stark, the fart thing, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is everybody from WandaVision getting their own show spinoff? Why? We're getting that Agnes one, which is unnecessary.
It's just Hocus Pocus.
Nobody liked that character on that
A
show.
lot of people like that character. That's why it's getting a show.
That's stupid. Nobody likes her as an actress. She's annoying.
who is it?
It's that lady from Anchorman.
She's in all of Will Ferrell's movies.
Yeah, all of what she was in Step Brothers. She played what's his name's wife.
I don't know if I watched that one.
Yeah, you did. You and I watched it because we got disgusted
we
and
watch
turned it
it?
off.
I don't even remember.
You and I
when
watched
Adam
it.
Scott when Adam Scott was like slapping his abs.
Oh,
I thought it was you. Maybe it was Schindler. I watched it.
it might
with.
have been Schindler.
Maybe it was Schindler.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
You know who I'm talking? The girl in Anchorman. It was the woman in Anchorman who when all the women were talking and she goes, "That's so awful."
I can't put a face to the.
So you don't want a Vision series?
Huh?
You don't want more Paul Bettany?
Not in a solo thing. No.
Yeah, I don't think we need it at this point.
I'm indifferent to it. So
You know what? If they were going to give somebody a spinoff series from the WandaVision,
Quicksilver.
no,
Oh.
that
I'd take that over Vision.
I mean,
We got that. It's called Dahmer. Same actor.
no, I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
The
Trying not to sneeze.
the FBI agent or the federal
Oh, yeah.
the Asian guy.
Yeah.
I want a spinoff series on him. I want to see what he's up to.
He'll be in Ant-Man quite a bit, I bet.
Yeah.
Because he's big in Ant-Man 2. He was pretty big in that
Yeah.
movie. You don't want to... Yeah, I don't know.
I'd take a Happy spinoff before
A Happy spinoff? Yeah.
any of them.
He just...
It doesn't even have to be some big storyline or anything like super interesting. I think it just
What's he doing these days? Yeah. Surely he's
funny to
like...
follow what he's done, or even get kind of like flashbacks to different parts of where he fit.
It's just like the story of Chef, but in the MCU. So he just like gets a food truck and goes around.
That was a good movie. I like that one.
Tim Burton denounces Disney, calling it a big horrible circus.
At least somebody's saying it.
Why is he saying it though? Is it because Dumbo flopped?
No,
That was his last thing, wasn't it? He did
I think
Dumbo.
that was his last Disney movie.
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
I could see it being that it just didn't do well enough for him, so it didn't. It's their fault. It's not mine.
I mean, I would 100% agree with him that I think Disney ruined his career, starting with Alice in Wonderland.
No, Alice in Wonderland is a fantastic movie, guys.
I think his style put him in a box that nobody you either love or you hate him, and you
Yeah.
can't be in the middle.
I would agree with that.
And then you get him on a stage as big as a Disney production.
Yeah.
Just makes it ever more clear that this guy
Yeah,
has
so
either
here's the line.
the weirdest
Don't cross
choices.
this line.
It's just
Put your foot over there. Don't cross the line.
Are you evil?
I'm evil. Oh, man. What a reference. Good pull. I love that movie.
We're talking about Dudley Do Light.
That would be Dudley Do Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. That was like what it was called.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. Great. Sarah Jessica Parker. Who else was in that? Man, what a movie.
What's his name? The Italian guy
Italian guy.
from
What's he in? James Caan.
no.
Mm.
The other one. I think he's in that movie, right?
These vagaries, I can't get it.
What's his name?
Such a funny movie. He
Yeah.
did Dudley Do Right and he did George of the Jungle like around the same time, and they're just I'm a big oof. And did you watch either one of those movies?
Maybe the latter.
George of the Jungle,
Yeah.
which was like just a cheap Tarzan, but he's an idiot kind of thing.
Yeah.
Man, what an era. Oh, Alfred Molina's in there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
He played the bad guy. That's funny. Anyways, you were saying Tim Burton.
yeah. Tim Burton.
Alice in Wonderland sucks.
no.
It's a bad movie.
I mean, he's done multiple movies though for Disney, and that James and the Giant Peach, which is a great
Also
film.
bad.
Uh,
Alice in Wonderland 2, Through the Looking Glass, also bad. Dumbo, objectively terrible. Nobody likes that movie.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which I would agree that one is
Is bad.
Yeah.
Was that Disney though?
Per
Maybe not. I don't think so.
It may not have been them.
No, okay.
Kids movie, regardless, bad.
It wasn't good. Yeah.
Just don't feel like you get Tim Burton for family projects.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Get him
I
for
would agree.
your offbeat, psychological thriller. Put his little nasty spin on it. Get the weird visuals.
Yeah.
Or just do a horror movie with them and see how it goes. But
Or Batman.
no.
I'm Batman. Yeah.
I don't know why you don't like Alice in Wonderland though, because
It's
he did it
bad.
He did it perfectly because of that move. That book is freaky enough as it is.
There is
And the original Disney cartoon that came out is scary.
zero character
So
development.
they could have not gotten anybody better. What do you need to develop with he wrote the story the same way as the character in the original
Okay, but I don't care about the book. I don't care about the book. I want to watch a movie.
I said the original
I'm going
cartoon,
to watch a movie.
like the original Alice in Wonderland cartoon is the same. It's not like there's a lot of development between Alice and
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
That's a song for another time.
The internet agrees with me.
I don't care what the internet agrees with.
The internet cancels people, and they're not always right.
Most of the internet.
There's a lot of bad on there.
Yeah, but Elon owns Twitter now, so we're fine.
It's true. He did. What did he carry a sink in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
He said, let this sink in.
Yeah.
And literally carried a sink in.
I was wondering what the joke was going to be.
Yeah, that's what it was. Which is like great.
Yeah.
I thought that meme you sent was perfect,
Yeah.
though, by the way.
All the shadow band accounts coming
That
back.
better be the first thing that he does.
I didn't know Twitter was still really a thing, but okay.
A lot of people use Twitter.
Yeah, it's still pretty big.
It's kind of irrelevant. They're all irrelevant when you really think about
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah, any social media is, but
So Warner Brothers and DC approached Kevin Feige,
Okay.
and they said, "We want you to come work for us and pretty much do what you did with Marvel over at DC." This is a legitimate thing that happened.
which honestly would have been a good move at this point. Marvel is starting to crumble. Get out before your stock drops. Sign on for a massive deal.
It doesn't
and then
matter.
try
Their
to
movies
fix
are still making billions of dollars.
This
So
Captain
even
ain't
though we
going
think
down
they're
with the
bad,
ship.
Yeah, but there's an obvious quality shift, and then the reviews reflect that.
it's true. But he politely declined. He said, "No, thank you."
Because Warner Brothers likes to micromanage, and they don't want to give any control.
Which Marvel and Disney do not do,
Right.
at least as badly. I'm sure they do to an extent.
I guess when you've got thousands of studios and companies you own, it's kind of hard. You can't micromanage everybody. When you're just got one studio, that's easy to micromanage.
So instead, they went with Peter Safran and James Gunn. They're going to co-manage. Like,
I just don't feel like that's going to work.
It's not.
And James Gunn seems like he has to be the only gun, the number one gun.
I don't know. I would disagree with that. I think he's a collaborator. He's always in all of his movies, and his brother, Sean Gunn, in all of his movies has always been like he's a co-writer, he's a co-producer. Sean Gunn in all of his movies.
He is a history guy.
Oh yeah.
It just seemed like with all of the issues and things that popped up and kind of how his personality comes off, he would be a one-man show.
No, I don't think in terms of how he works, I don't think it's that way. Should he check what he writes on Twitter? Yeah, maybe stop making jokes like that. But
So get ready, buckle up, and get ready for the DC universe to become nasty.
that will be, well, again though, like, he's not in charge of things like that. He's the Kevin Feige. So he's hiring the director who's going to make the movie.
And you don't think he's not going to be like, hey, let's add a couple sexual jokes in here?
I don't know.
Let's have some nudity in this one. Hey, can we get John Cena and some whitey tighties? Let's get more of that.
I think if James Gunn is in charge and he's like, this is my property, and whoever's in charge of him says you can do whatever you want, that's what he likes. That's what he's going to make. I just don't know that that's the same way that he's going to. Time will tell. Time will tell. But I think it's a better move than what they had before.
The question is, though, are they going to reboot everything again? Scrap it, or is he going to try to pick up the pieces that he can that was good from the DC?
Which is very funny because that's kind of how DC Comics operates. They'll just do things until they're like, this isn't working anymore. We're starting over, you know. That's kind of how they've always been.
What? Bruce isn't dead.
That's funny how the movies for DC and Marvel are kind of mirroring how the comics operate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't care. 80% of the stuff they make is bad anyway. So, if it continues to be 80% to all 100% being bad, it's not that big of a change, really. I just don't see personally James Gunn being the type to be like, okay, you're Matt Reeves. I'm going to hire you to go make that Batman movie. You've made a great movie, but hey, can you add a sex scene to it? I just don't see that being a conversation that's going to take place.
Yeah, especially just the mindset of what he's going to do with it. If it's just, I'm here to just get these pieces to line up so we have a cohesive run of movies. So it's so macro that he can't focus on those kind of details. Then I think it'd be fine having him. But if, like you said, if it is more micro, then...
You think it'll be chock full of language? Like that Suicide Squad 2 was?
Again, if it's his movie and he's making it, I think yes, 100%. But if it's not his movie and he's making it, I don't think so. I just don't think so.
Yeah, it's just going to be director dependent then.
Plus, he was only in charge of one movie. You can't make them all that way because you're not catering to the younger audience. You have to have a Shazam and a Black Adam. You can't make Shazam like Suicide Squad. Otherwise, you're going to lose a ton of people. Kids.
Yeah, you almost have to make those kind of movies as the outliers.
I just think that James Gunn is the type of person that doesn't care. And he's going to do what he wants.
Time will tell. Time is not on our side. But anyways, we just got... today, I believe, they released the runtime to Avatar Way of Water. Over 3 hours. 3 hours, 10 minutes.
Wasn't he already talking about it, though, when he was crying about people are going to hate his movie before?
Oh, you're so right. I remember that conversation.
I thought he said something about 3 hours.
Like, everybody buckle
you'll binge watch a show for 8 hours, but I have a 3 hour movie and that's a problem.
That's so true.
Take a pee break, pause it.
And again, in his defense, Avengers Endgame was over 3 hours long. If it's good, people will sit through a 3 hour movie.
We also were waiting for 10 years for that movie. Like that movie was 10 years in the making. There was build up to it. Nobody's been waiting 10 years for Avatar: The Way of Water.
Some people are, and it's been close to 10 years since the last one came out.
It's been a little while at least. It's got to be close.
Was it around 2009, I think it came out?
No, I didn't say that. I mean, I just meant nobody's been waiting in anticipation for this. There's not been a build up for it. It's like you had Avatar, and then 10 years later, you got The Way of Water. It's like, it'd be like if I had a kid, which I do, and then 10 years later, I have another kid. That kid's not been waiting 10 years. He's been enjoying his 10 years of solo life. He's not been waiting 10 years for a brother or sister.
I just don't feel like it hits as hard as you thought it might.
Probably not.
Who? This
whole analogy.
I disagree because if you're a fan of the first movie, he's been talking about this movie since the last time he made it. I'm going to prove my point in one question. Did you watch the first one?
No.
Okay, so you're not waiting for this one.
I haven't watched it because everybody I talked to said it was garbage. You didn't like it. You said it was just visually good.
I mean, I don't like it. but
Okay, so
people have been
people
have been waiting for this movie.
when it comes to movies, semi-trust. We disagree on some Tim Burton stuff, but that's okay.
Just because somebody has poor taste doesn't mean that everybody has to have poor
Easy.
taste.
This is such a hostile episode. I don't know why. We don't have to be 100% on opposite ends. I think this movie is going to be boring. It's going to be a sludge fest 3-hour movie.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, we've seen so much hyper CGI movies.
Yeah, this isn't impressive anymore.
That it's not going to be so engaging.
Yeah.
And it's going to be tiring to be like, literally none of these people are actually here.
Ugh.
That's
But it's
just
going to have
all
Sigourney
gonna be
Weaver in it.
soundstage.
So I will
That
go
is
watch
the
it.
shining light.
And she died in the last one, but she's still coming back.
I mean, that's what I would do if I was foolish enough to kill her off in the movie. I'd bring her back.
Are you going to watch the first one so you can watch this movie?
We'll see. I don't know.
If nothing, just for the Sigourney meme, watch it, and then we'll watch
I'll
the
probably
next one.
rewatch the original so I can go see this. I'm going to go see it. It's
I would-
made for a theater experience.
Yeah, I will give them that. That's their place.
Yes, that's the only thing, and that's why this is the highest grossing movie of all time, Avatar 1.
Good for it.
Only
Because he
of that-
keeps
that
re-releasing
China
it.
re-release.
He keeps doing it. It happened again.
Such a dirty
It happened like
tactic.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can do that. How can you be allowed to do that?
It shouldn't be counted as the highest grossing movie if you've released it multiple times.
Especially
it should
if
be capped to its first run.
Yeah. First run, or even I'd be fine. Like sometimes they'll release a movie early in the year and then they'll re-release it later in the same year. I would even count that, give that credence.
Even that's kind of touchy. I feel like if you're going to run a record, go off of its initial launch.
I think I would agree. Because you can't... Endgame did it. No Way Home did it. They're like, oh, we're going to put the deleted scenes in it. It's a marketing ploy, is all that it is.
It's just a big cash grab.
And Avatar sits in a time where it's like, if you have to account for inflation between the first time it's released and the second time it's released, those things should not count.
I mean, that's month to month nowadays.
You ain't kidding. So you would say that you're not excited about this movie?
No. I mean, yes, I would say that.
No, you wouldn't. You are excited for it then.
Double
No.
negative.
You double negative yourself.
Yes.
You played yourself. Never play yourself.
That's funny. Okay. I've got a lot of Black Adam news still. It's middling at best. There's not a ton of other news out there right now.
Are the reviews still high on that?
People who go see it like it.
Yeah.
Everybody else just isn't going and seeing it. But I had listened to somebody breaking it down, and they were talking about how if you like factor in inflation and the current situation with like not everybody's going to theaters still and stuff like that, it's barely doing better than Shazam.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So Shazam performed really, really well. A lot of people did like that movie, so it performed on the higher end. But this was projected to be, because of The Rock,
Break the
above and
records.
beyond. And it's just like, okay, well, it's about the same. So I think it had a 63% drop off on Rotten Tomato.
Oh.
63 is high. If you're
It's a
above
pretty
like
steep,
54, I think it's considered a loss to some extent.
Mm.
So 63 is a pretty big drop.
You see, they're doing a Guardians of the Galaxy getting a Christmas special thing.
Christmas special. I
Yeah.
forgot to put that in the note.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch the
I
trailer.
did watch it.
The trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch the trailer. I'm
It
sure
looks funny
it's probably going to be fun.
because it's James Gunn did it. The whole cast is in it, and it's going to be kind of like the Werewolf by Night. So it's just an hour-long Christmas special.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the premise, and this is all in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. The premise is just they want to get Peter something to cheer him up because he's sad after Endgame. Gamora left. So Gamora's back in the universe. She didn't actually die now, because they brought her from the past. But as soon as Endgame was over, she left to go do her own thing. So Peter's still sad. So the crew just come to Earth because they want to pretty much kidnap Kevin Bacon and take him
Oh,
to see Peter Quill. So in universe, and it says it on screen, Kevin Bacon as Kevin Bacon. He's just playing himself.
That's cool.
That is awesome.
Because harking back to the first movie,
Yeah.
Footloose is one of Peter Quill's favorite movies.
Yeah.
So,
That does sound like it'll be good.
yeah.
When's that come out?
December,
It's in December.
Around the 20th, I want to say.
Yeah.
I can't
Like
remember.
right by Christmas.
Yeah. I
That's
think
cool.
that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll definitely be worth watching.
And it's Cosmo's back, the space dog,
Yeah.
or the Cosmo, the space dog,
Yeah.
voiced by a woman though.
Huh.
So it's a girl dog. It's a relevant fact. I couldn't kill this who voices the dog, but
Who does voice her?
I don't remember.
Or it?
It's a dog. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm glad you brought that up. You guys been watching anything at home?
Honestly, no, not really a whole lot. I
Too
did
busy.
watch. Yeah, it's just busy. Working nights kind of threw everything off.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I go back to days next week, so that's nice. I did watch a documentary on YouTube about Martin Luther. So
Nice.
Yeah.
We still kind of been working our way through The Office, the Superfan episodes.
oh yeah, those are
which
good.
yeah. It's definitely too much though,
Some of them.
because I'll get a typical Office episode that aired on TV is like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
With when you take out commercials and things. So if you watch it on Peacock, it's 20 minutes in out, your brisk, it's done. Superfan episodes are like an hour.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
it doesn't, they're like all the stuff they cut out for the 20-minute episode is in this.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, this is hilarious. And then other times they're like, oh, I'm so glad you cut this stuff out.
Mhm. It really just depends on if the joke
Lands
like
or not.
took too. Like sometimes they run a joke and it just they cut it at the perfect time in the show,
hmm
and then other times it does funny, but
That's the most interesting.
it does funny.
I tried to just keep going. I did. I'm sorry.
I was trying not to look at Colin because I knew he was. I
Peek around the
knew you
camera.
had something to say about that.
It is interesting though, because some of the jokes in the Superfans work really, really well, and I'm like, what? I just want to know the behind the scenes. Like, why did you choose this joke over that one?
Yeah.
Because that one that you cut was really, really funny. But
What season are you on of that?
I think it only goes up to season 5.
Yeah, they're still working on getting those out.
So
it's
we're
not-
we're following along with season 5, I think. But I tried watching the other night. We started watching Scream 3. It's just been one of the series for some reason as of October where we're like, yeah, let's work our way through these. It's definitely the worst one. Scream
Yeah.
3 is, you haven't seen any of them?
no.
The third one is definitely the worst one because it plays on like, we're in Hollywood. So Carrie Fisher's in it. And it's real super meta. So she plays a character and you see her name is like Bridget something. But she's like, yeah, I was up for the role of Princess Leia, but you got to sleep with George Lucas to get the role. But it's Carrie Fisher. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, guys, you're trying way too hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get around to watching anything this week. Same thing, really busy.
Yeah.
It's been nuts.
Yes, yeah, it's been a couple weeks. Yeah. So looking forward to Black Panther. That's all I can say.
When's that drop?
November 11th.
Oh,
It's barely 2 weeks.
Yeah, barely.
really?
Well, technically, okay, and this is another thing. It drops on November 10th because of midnight showing,
Yeah.
which isn't a thing anymore,
Right.
but they pretty much just have showtimes on the day before now.
Yeah, it
What-
pretty much releases the day before the
It releases the day before at like 3
At-
o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Depends on the movie. Some of them it's 7 or like 5.
But there's
at the
definitely
earliest.
earlier showings for Black Panther
Yeah.
because I've already looked.
Yeah. I don't know why they say the 11th.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why they
You can
still say
pre-order
the
tickets
11th
already.
when you can get it. It's
Why?
stupid. Because even midnight showings, the
Or
movies,
technically that day.
they're technically the 11th.
That's
They just
the whole
have
point of the midnight
Yeah.
time slot. Is to show it as soon as you can that day.
yeah.
Yeah, but they knew they can make more money if they just keep releasing it sooner.
Sooner, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they started, it was really the Dark Knight Rises when that shooting happened out in Colorado
Yeah.
was when they started releasing everything earlier. And
Earlier.
they kind of got started doing away with the midnights. I noticed that going away.
Okay. I get that.
Yeah.
Just say the day before is the release date.
Yeah.
Get away with official release dates and just be like, okay, this is the day it's coming out. November 10th.
That or do, limited early screenings.
But that's why they do it, because they think that, okay, well, it's a marketing ploy. Comes out on the 11th, but you could see it on the 10th.
Yeah.
Where in reality, almost everyone could see it on the 10th. You're not special if everybody's doing it.
And that's what was great about the midnight shows was it was a special thing because they only had theaters typically only had maybe 1 or 2 screens showing it.
And you're a diehard either movie fan or a specific fan of whatever that movie is if you're going at midnight to watch it.
I do miss going to the midnight shows. It was always fun. We went to a few. Colin and I did.
I don't think I could do it anymore.
Who did we go see? We went and saw The Amazing Spider-Man.
That one was one heck of a night.
That was a great night.
That
was me and my cousin Ryan.
Yeah, we saw... That was when Magic Mike
was playing in the theater next door.
All those depressed guys getting dragged into that. All the people in the Spider-Man costumes.
Yeah.
And then that's when I slept in my truck at the factory. Because it was like 3 o'clock by the time we got back.
I thought that was the day that we set your car on fire.
It was one of the midnight shows, but what was the other one we went and saw?
You really have to clarify, set your car on fire.
We literally set it on fire. The engine bay was on fire. We had to go grab a hose.
Okay, but did you set it on fire or did it just combust?
So it was...
Set it on fire implies I have a match and I'm... Boom.
We were throwing gas into the intake when it was lighting to get it to light because I had done that before. And this time it just shot the fire out the front and got all the gas in the engine. So it was literally on fire.
Wow, okay. You set it on fire.
Mostly intentional because we were trying to get it to go.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Wow. You don't hear stories like that.
We easily could have blew it up.
Oh, yeah. And it was a piece of junk. So it was...
Was that Chevy Cavalier or something?
Yeah. Wow. What a story.
Yeah.
One of the times it was light the car on fire. The other times was sleeping in the truck at work.
Yeah. I can't remember the other time. I don't remember what movie that was. Because I used to go all the time.
Yeah.
Me and Matt Bradkey, we went and watched Man of Steel at midnight.
We used to, like a couple of years ago, Vera and I were going, and we'd take the kids too, so it's not like it was just the two of us, but to the drive-in to watch movies. I could never make it through a second movie anymore.
No, the drive-in, I can't do that. If I knew I was going to see a movie at midnight, I could make it, because I would just sleep, and then... A theater's different, I don't know.
Yeah, you can plan accordingly, but...
Yeah.
I could probably do it.
I would have to
try again.
I would have to take the next day off now. Back then, I could work the next day. I could go in, watch it, get home at 3, sleep for 3 hours, and then go into work.
Yeah. Anymore, if I stay up all night, it gets dangerous driving.
Yeah.
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 Anyways, you got anything else?
No, I think that's it.
I can't think of anything else.
Oh.
Why don't you go ahead and wrap it up?
All right. Hey, if you like what you see here, please hit like, subscribe, and share us with your friends. You can follow me on Instagram at JahazoGood, Jesse over at Popcorn and Coffee, and Colin at ColinBG on Instagram.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah, 1,000 subscribers. My head gets shaved by the end of January.
Are we doing it live on screen?
Oh, I think we have to do it live.
By the end of January.
Shaving. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a live for it.
Yeah, so...
And also, don't forget to check out the giveaway video if you have
Giveaway, yep.
Get your name in there so you can win one of those cups.
Comment on the video, your favorite movie. That's what enters you into the drawing.
Yep.
And you could win a popcorn and coffee tumbler.
They're really nice.
They are really nice.
They're really nice.
Keeps the water cold.
It really does. That's not even marketing.
Job.
It tastes like it's straight out of a bottle of water.
Yeah, and we put coffee in them the other day, and it kept the coffee hot the whole time we were recording.
Yeah.
That whole movie we watched.
Yeah. So, all right. Y'all have a nice day, a week.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.